Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Ariel. In this incarnation, we are here in one more day of this planetary ascension. I am going to channel a message. Remember to only take what resonates, as always, and leave the rest, because it is a general message and there could be things that are not adjusting to your experience. So I am going to focus in what kind of experiences are coming along the way, are manifesting. Let's see what I am receiving. Right, at first instance, I am seeing three directions. Actually, you are already moving towards one of these directions that seem to be the more expansive path. But there are two that you are leaving behind in the past that are still there because there is something uncomfortable of this moment that is making you reconsider these experiences of the past. I am feeling a lot that this has to do with of course decisions in your life, but this message is mainly about projects and things that you really want to create in your experience. I'm not seeing this very linked with relationships, but again, always adjust this to what resonates with you. So there could be one of the experiences of the past. It could be linked with a relationship, but mainly this is about projects that you really want to create. And for some of you, this is about your purpose. You have already discovered your purpose, and actually our purpose, it is something that is constantly revealing. It is not that we got to a point and there is my purpose. It is a constant discovering of our own potential. So the thing is that there is one of these directions that it is creating a lot of rejection, or you are not seeing that as something that could be evolutionary, or you are not seeing that as something that you want to experiment. But at the same time, it is like, well, I don't want to do that, but having this opportunity of approaching a job, but perhaps ahead I can, win certain benefits. I can gain certain benefits like resources. I'm seeing that this has to do with material resources, but I'm not seeing something comfortable along the process, which is very important. This is at first instance. We are going to see if these changes along the channeling. And there is this other path of the past that you are still reconsidering, and mainly because you are attached to certain vision of that experience. It is not that that vision is actually describing the reality. It is, I'm going to put an example so you can understand. It is like when I'm going to put this example with relationships. It is like when we remember about a relationship with someone else, and suddenly we are cutting off the shadow part or the aspects that we didn't like, and we only remember the good ones. So that makes us believe that that relationship was truly something, and then we could go back to that person and we understand why we left that situation behind. Not from this space of judgment, but from this space that we truly understand that there is no growth in there and there is no plenitude, but there is this reconsideration because of the uncomfortable moment that you are going through right now. So let's see what is happening in the present moment that is creating this sensation that you need to reconsider this path. I think that deep down you know very well that that situation, it is not contributing at all with your present moment nor your future. But let's see what is happening in this uncomfortable thing that you are going through. Actually, I'm not seeing something very uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable at first instance because perhaps you need to detach from the old situation, because perhaps you needed to take an initiative that was scary, and that is very natural, that when we are moving towards something that helps us to grow. It is very natural to feel scared about that, and that is actually the measure of our courage and bravery to face our fears. But there is certain expectations that you are waiting for also in this process, and there is a vision that you are sustaining ahead, like this is going to be very difficult, this is going to take a lot to me, and this is there is something that you are projecting into the future that doesn't belong to the present moment, but it is creating you the sensation that everything is going to cost you so much, and that life has to be a struggle. This is also a programming that many of us we have to deal with that pattern in different levels, but it is very, very common in humanity, in the whole humanity. And let's see what happens with this other direction, because at times I am seeing that there is something that could represent growth. Okay, I am seeing right now why you are feeling uncomfortable, sorry, about this. I think you have great expectations about yourself, and you are setting like these levels of exigency in this thing that you really want to do, that they seem to be unattainable, actually. And I don't think that these levels of self-exigency are actually yours. I think that this thing that you could be approaching, this belong to an expectation of someone else, because I am seeing these cords that come from, perhaps this is about a programming that you have acquired from your family. I'm feeling a lot this masculine energy, so this could be linked with a father, a father that told you sometime once in the past, that you really have to do this, and it is very important for you to become this kind of person, or there is something that doesn't belong to you. And that's why those expectations at times, you believe that they are possible to achieve, but at times this is like a big mountain that you will never reach. This is a perception again. But I am seeing that the first path that I described as something that you really don't want to approach, it is not that you don't want to approach. It is that you are rejecting that situation, because actually that is connected with a greater coherence to your soul. And you don't want to approach that path because you have fear of failing to this person, these people, your family, or an environment. This could be, it doesn't necessarily should be connected to a person in your family, but it could be linked with an unconscious perception of loyalty to the family. And we all incarnate in here with that. So I think that it is not that you are not seeing that path as evolutionary. It is that you are rejecting that path because something feels like you are doing something forbidden, or forbidden with quotation marks. It's not that you are doing something bad. It is that you are doing something that others before you, your ancestors, your family, didn't do. And that's why it is creating resistances. And because you could see that path at times as an expectation, or as something that it isn't actually possible. But there is growth in here. There is growth. It is just that there is a resistance to follow that inner voice, to be in coherence with that inner voice, because you are scary of failing something or someone on the outside. And those expectations, again, they could be only in your mind. They could be only a pattern that you have created, and that is making you, that is impulsing you to move forward into something that, yeah, you have hopes and expectations, but actually you are not enjoying the process, and that's why you are feeling very, very uncomfortable right now. So this is about discovering your purpose. I think this is about understanding or the ways or the dynamics that you should take right now to find or to allow the purpose reach you. Because the purpose, it isn't something that we have to seek desperately. It is more about allowing whatever thing we came here to do to reach us. But we have to make decisions along the way. So I think that you have put the excuse of, yeah, that situation is not going to help me to grow, or that situation, it is not possible, I am not capable. There could be a lot of dialogues like this, but actually that situation, it is for you. And I think that life right now, it is inviting you to not reject yourself, and to be able to have the courage to choose what you really want in this situation, no matter if this implies to not accomplish expectations of other people, because you are not here to do that. You are here to follow your own dreams or your own heart, and I think that your heart is already making the calling. And now I understand why you are going through an uncomfortable situation in the present moment. It is a part of you that is telling you, I don't want to continue in this path. And the other situation of the past, it is something that you are reconsidering, because perhaps you could feel that I am wrong, I have to go back and retake that experience. But it is not about that. It is about choosing the path that is truly connected to your heart. So I am going to end this video here. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.